Hey guys, this is Thomas here, and I'm doing a patch rundown. Basically, this is patch 5.8 rundown, and I'm going to explain my thoughts and feelings about the game, changes, and stuff like that. You know, is this champion viable now? Is it going to be played competitively? Stuff like that. Mostly focusing on solo queue and just like changes, less on the competitive side because I'm not pro or anything. But been playing the game for 5 years. I have quite an in-depth knowledge of the game and stuff like that, and hopefully you guys can learn a few things. Maybe you guys can pick up some things before everyone else, climb the ladder a bit easier. So the big thing about this patch immediately is Ryze got a kind of small kit rework. You can just read about it a little bit more, but basically they changed this passive, they changed this Q. It's a skill shot now, it does a little bit more damage, and it doesn't scale that hard off mana anymore. It goes a little bit into AP a little bit. He got a new E, works differently a bit, and then his R got a little bit tweak. It grants passively cooldown reduction. I think it did that before too, or it didn't. I'm not sure, but it says new, so that's a new part. RA got changed, so RA can no longer interrupt unstoppable force. Malphite's R, Hecarim's are also an assault battery. This was a big thing. I've seen this a lot where REs would stop unstoppable force. I have seen one Vi assault and battery get stopped. Other than that, I have not seen an onslaught of shadows get stopped. So this is kind of interesting. I didn't know this was actually relevant. That's overall. So that's good. They fixed that. That's good. So next, Bard, his passive, they increase it. It went from flat 20 XP to flat 20 plus 1 XP per minute. So that's good. That's very good. This is definitely going to give Bard a buff. Bard needs a lot of buffs. They definitely released him very weak, not very good. He had like a 39% win ratio, and he felt very. At some points, he just felt very hopeless and useless, which is one of the main downsides to Bard. But hopefully, this will make him, gain XP and enforce that kind of roaming kind of thing and vibe that Bard brings to the team. Now, Blitzcrank's Overdrive, if you guys didn't know last time, it was, I think, this is the same. He gets a movement speed that decays over 5 seconds, but the downside was that you get slowed for 20% and it decreases, which is huge. 20% is so much for Blitzcrank, and now they decreased it, so it can decay not below 10%. So he only gets slowed for 10%, which is a good thing. They changed Caitlyn's Yordle Snapchaps, which is actually really good. They increased the visibility, so it's easier to spot in bushes and stuff like that, which is really nice. And then so this is like basically not really relevant. Blitzcrank will kind of be better. Bard will be a little bit better. Already no big changes. Mundo the cost is refunded on kill, and the passive and tooltip are really clear. Nice. So it's now refunds 100% of the health costs on killing a blow. So this will definitely help Mundo in laning, sustain and stuff like that. He'll probably do a lot better against ranged characters and stuff like that. Yeah, nothing too else. This is a good change for Mundo. Make him a little bit better in the top lane, maybe in mid lane. Graves, he gets a decrease in base Q damage. Just so level 1 it's the same, but for like level 2, because Graves always max Q first, so it's not that bad. I mean, it's 5, 10, 15, 20. It's not that bad, and they nerfed the 80 ratio a little bit back. Bonus damage per goes up per bullet. So if you hit them with 2, it kind of is not that bad. And then maximum damage. Okay, so this is not bad. It basically makes Graves less of a lane bully, and you actually kind of have to, play him. You don't have to just be like, oh, I'm gonna quick draw right up into them and then just fucking Q them for 1,000,000 damage. You actually gotta, pace yourself, know when to use it and stuff like that, which is good. I like that. Good change for Graves. Makes him less of a bully. Jinx change. Yes, thank God. This fucking one thing I hated was Jinxes would like come up to you and just be like raining in your face like a fucking shotgun, like they're fucking Graves, right? And with their ulti, for you 1,000,000 damage. So they nerfed it. That's good. I like that. Fucking good change. Yeah, it's been severely reduced. So nice. Can't fucking one-shot people like from fucking up close like crazy, which is good. You know, I think this is a healthy thing for Jinx. You know. Okay. So if she gets those long to mid-range snipes, it's still got to execute. So that's good. That's perfectly fine for Jinx. This is exactly what she needed, because that was such a big problem for Jinx. Jinx would just snipe you up close. I'd say this would make Sivir with these changes, these two carries changes. I'd say Sivir would probably be the #1 carry right now. Patch 5.8, Sivir and Caitlyn would be pretty good. Probably the best carries after this patch. So if you're playing any champions, I'd highly recommend picking up Cleaver. She'd probably be the next big thing, especially because she's seen play in LCS recently too. So definitely, Kha'Zix heal will heal you more for early ranks. This is good. It'll, you know, help Kha'Zix in the jungle. This is good. This is healthy. This is a good buff. Nothing too ridiculous. Mordekaiser. Well, this is basically just like fixing a bug. That's good. Nunu per level per health down. Blood Boil auto target to the nearest ally when self-casted. Oh, that's good. This is good. This is good. So if you self-cast at nearest ally, sometimes it's a little bit faster. If you don't know how to self-cast, you just press Alt on default. Unless you've changed around the settings, you press Alt and then the key, and it does a self-cast. Pantheon now does an on my way ping for your retard teammates that don't know that you're coming in after the big ass circle and you probably pinged like 20 times, but that's okay. I like it that they're implementing that into like the Rek'Sai Ultimate. They implemented it into the Rek'Sai Ultimate and TF. Good. Stand United changed. Kind of a small buff, you know, puts him in between the target. So, like, you know, Thresh Hook or something like that, if you get a Miracle, or that's good. That's good. This is a good change for Shen, because recently, let's be honest, Shen got the shaft after a few nerfs back in, like, Season 3 or something like that. He went from, like, being a high-pick contested champion to fucking no one playing that champion. I think that, like, the first time I saw Shen being played with was, like, yesterday after, like, a year. I swear I haven't seen a Shen outside like an Earth match, ARAM, or anything like that. You know, Shen was just dead almost. Sion, they max people max W anyway, so this is a small nerf. Shield detonation, kind of. So if people just max W, put 1 point into Q and 1 point into E, this shouldn't be a big problem. Yeah, this is like nothing almost. Yeah, they're basically saying, oh, they don't want it. They're nerfing his they're nerfing basically his like laning phase. Sorry, I almost clicked out there. They're nerfing his laning phase, but team fights should be fine. That's perfectly fine. Rat-a-tat-tat changes now can hit inhibitors and the Nexus. That's good. So this is good. So it can hit the tower and the Nexus, which is good. We cleaned up, so this is bug. Then stick, this should do it. So they just bug fixes for these 3 champions. Yasuo gets kind of a buff, right? Yeah, but the charge time is very long. A lot of people on the forums, I mean, on Reddit said this is kind of an indirect nerf because it takes longer for them to for it to build. I think they're just encouraging people to just fucking move around as Yasuo. You know, people play him as just like Hiya Husky, stand and play, like move from side to side Husky. They want you to be fucking moving around, be like a fluid champion, not just standing around. I think that's what they're trying to encourage players to do, and to roam bot. You know, have that shield go in, go balls to the walls, be absorbing that damage. This is good. I think this is another healthy thing for Yasuo. I don't expect them. It's not a huge buff. It's not really a huge thing that we're making. But this is good. This is improvements. This is steps towards into making Yasuo a more balanced champion. Texture balance rebase for these champions: Lux, Nocturne, Poppy, Shaco, Shyvana, Teemo, fucking Satan, Black Cleaver. This is huge. This is probably the biggest thing on the patch. Basically, the new recipe for Black Cleaver is Phage and then Kingdom Gem. Cost is 300 gold, 3,000 gold. Shit. In case you couldn't do the math, yeah, same thing. They removed the armor penetration to 0. And the unique passive is Rage. Dealing physical damage grants 20 movement speed for 2 seconds. Killing a unit or receiving an assist on a champion that has any black Cleaver armor shred grants 60% movement speed for 2 seconds instead. This is gonna be fucking good for like assassins like Zed. I think Riven would kind of benefit. Riven, Zed benefit from this. Jace benefits from this. You know, any champion that would build normally Black Cleaver, except for maybe, I think Talon would probably benefit from this too if he gets kills or assists, helping get out in and out. Definitely reset champions, stuff like that. This is pretty good. This is a good change. You know, finally Phage builds into something besides Triforce. Fucking was the most stupidest thing ever. Glad they finally changed it. Yeah, so I think Talon's gonna. This is a pretty big buff to Talon. Pantheon, it doesn't really benefit from this because he already has, you know, gap closer. Isn't really fragile. He's usually a little bit tankier. Shyvana probably would benefit this. She can gap close a little bit more, shred through tanks and stuff like that. I mean, tanks and mid bruisers like this. This is a pretty healthy change. I like the Phage ad. That really helps out. Let's see what else. Armor shred duration lasts for 6 seconds now. That's pretty good. So you can, you know, poke them down a little bit. The max stacks goes to 6 too. So that's really good. Attack damage is 40, which is good. Health increase. So this is more for like bruisers and shit like that. And like if assassins need to get a little bit more tanky. So I'd say 80 bruisers like Renekton are gonna fucking thrive off this. Resurrect Bro goes dagger plus 200 gold. That's good. Now builds out of daggers. Costs slightly more. Deals 10 damage on hit. This is pretty good. This is good. A lot of Kalista players were picking up Hurricane. So this is good. This is very healthy for the, you know, the item, and this definitely buffs up Kalista a little bit because she doesn't have to buy the item now. She can buy the 2 daggers and then upgrade it, which is a huge thing because that's, you know, built into stuff like that. Deals 10 damage on hit. Rounds Hurricane. So I'm saying Kalista's getting almost indirect buff, which is huge. And then the new Blade of the Ruined King. The recipes now: Bilgewater Cutlass, the Recovers Bro, and 700 gold. On hit passive benefits from Lifesteal. Passive minimum damage. Bet you don't know there's minimum damage before. Yeah, I didn't. Wow, I didn't even know that. That's sick. This is good. Blade of the Ruined King. 80 carries should be happy now. Build path is better. Okay, so they nerfed that 200 goals. This is I'd say Warwick kind of benefits from this. It's pretty good. So the dagger. So Devour, same thing. Righteous Glory, we went a little bit overweight last time. We're turning it back into age. This isn't a huge change. I still think people should run Righteous Glory. But that's pretty much it. So on the normal side, right, is a Summoner's Rift, Dragon's. So this is just fixing some math. Howling Abyss. All right, fuck that. We'll do that separately. So let's go quick overview. So this is the too long, didn't want to watch the whole video explaining Thomas, so I'm going to quickly go over the part now. So, Ryze changes. I'd say, kind of difficult, hard to master, kind of mediocre kind of builds is definitely going to be buffed. Ahri changes. Basically, unstoppable stuff is now unstoppable. Bard, buffs, good. Not the right direction. We're going the right direction. Blitzcrank, redoing changes, good changes. Actually, kind of, you know, has a little bit of counterplay. Caitlyn traps, more visible. Mundo buffs actually will help increase laning and stuff like that. Graves, nerf. No, you're not a lane bully anymore. Jinx, fuck your rocket. Basically, Kha'Zix, buff. Mordekaiser, change. Nunu, nerf, kind of slowly, a little bit. Tiny. Pantheon. Bronze people will play Pantheon. We'll know when Pantheon's jumping. Shen. Slight buff. Pretty good. Good changes. Healthy changes. Step in the right direction. Sion. Not really that big changes. I think they just kind of nerfed laning phase. There you go. Twitch. Rat-a-tat-tat is actually pretty good. Warwick. Bug. Xerath. Bug fixes. Yasuo indirect nerf, but yet encourages players to be moving around more, not being a little pussy behind their Q. Yes. I say that's a buff, but at the same time changing playstyle, encouraging different kind of playstyle. Texture rebalance for champions. Who gives a fuck? Black Cleaver, good. Assassins, Talon, Zed probably benefit from this a lot more. Shyvana, bruisers that can do a lot of damage. Probably Garen would even benefit from this. So Jarvan would benefit from this. Jarvan would probably benefit a hell of a lot. Fucking shred 80 carries. Sivir's going back to Jinx and Graves. Sivir and Caitlyn gonna dominate this meta. Warwick is safe or whatever. Requier's bow changing, better build path. Actually indirect Kalista buffs. Wits End, so a little cheaper Warwick buff kind of ish. Chilling Smite changes and not that much. Righteous Glory nerfs, not that big much. Still should use the dragon buffs. Fixing the 80 ratios. This has been Patch Overview, and I'm done. God damn. I'm tired. Thanks for watching.